Today has been one of those weird days where everything seems to be sort of related to one central topic. Does that ever happen to other people?
1, 2, 3, 4. Every day, Jeff blogging every day. Yeah, April had 30 days, so you better get used to Jeff's face. Yeah!
I probably sound crazy, because I'm honestly not sure that anybody else ever has days like this, but sometimes I'll just have a day where somebody will ask me a question and somebody will tell me a story and I'll read something online and it all just seems to be related, even though like they're completely unrelated events. Today I was actually reading something on Reddit where somebody was talking about seemingly able-bodied people using handicapped parking spaces because they have the right to do so, because they have some sort of handicap or disability, even though it doesn't look like it, and so you never really know what's going on with a person's life or inside a person's head or a person's body in this example. And then I was talking to a friend a little bit later on, and they were saying that they were an optimist, but they felt really depressed today, and they didn't realize that other people have those moments too, that everybody feels depressed, even if you're like the biggest optimist in the world, because there are those people out there that just seem like they're so happy all the time, and you'd expect that they would never feel sad, but everybody feels sad sometimes. So it's been really strange for me today because it's sort of like everything is converged to this central topic that we never really know what people are thinking or what people are feeling or what their lives are like, especially if we only see them for like a short period of time, because I mean, first impressions are huge and oftentimes they can be very dead on, but a lot of the time they can be really off too, and so we sort of see everybody else as we want to see them in a way and never really get to know everybody because that's just not possible, and sort of don't realize that everybody else goes through the same things that we do, and even though our lives are all unique, we all have the same sort of feelings and we all go through similar things and similar life events, and it's all very similar even though we have very different lives. And I have no idea where I'm going with this. I'm just talking just to talk, basically, because I didn't think of anything else to talk about today because I've been focusing on this a little bit too much today. But it's a very interesting idea that you never really know what's going on inside somebody else's head, or you never really know what somebody else is dealing with in their life, and it's just very odd. I had an experience earlier this year where I was sort of sitting with a group of friends and their friends, and almost as if I wasn't there. I was honestly shocked that they were talking about this while I was around, but a few of them started talking about how earlier in their lives they were severely depressed and had a whole bunch of different things going on, and it was crazy to me because these people looked like they were so happy, and yet they said that they were still dealing with depression and with things like this. And I know people who deal with depression. I know probably a handful of people that deal with depression, and every single one of them, if you looked at them, you would never guess. They just seem like the happiest, the most outgoing, they always have smiles on their faces. They seem the most comfortable with themselves and with their lives, and yet they have these problems, and it's mind-blowing to me that people that seem like one thing are dealing with something entirely opposite, and it's just crazy to me, and it really shouldn't, because I mean, I know I do the same thing. When I'm feeling upset, when I'm feeling angry, when I'm feeling sad, I put on my happy face and pretend like nothing's wrong, because I don't want to upset people, because I don't want my problems to be the center of attention, because I don't want other people to have to deal with my stuff. But it's still mind-blowing to think that other people do this too. It's crazy to me, and I don't know why this is so mind-blowing for me tonight, because I have actually talked about this before within the past few weeks. It's just like all catching up to me today, and it's just crazy. So, yeah, I know we all do it, but I'll see you tomorrow.